Hello, everyone. We have another special speaker announcement for our 2024 Midwest Real Estate Investor Conference, which is being held next Thursday and Friday, February 22nd and February 23rd, right here in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the DeVos Place Conference Center. This is the must-attend two-day event for real estate investors at all levels. And I have a very special speaker announcement to make today. Katie Johnson will be featured in our special short-term rental panel called The Banning of Short-Term Rentals from the Beginning to the End. If you've been paying attention to the controversy surrounding short-term rentals, either here in West Michigan or around the country, then you definitely do not want to miss this panel. Katie, we are looking forward to your presentation, and thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, happy to be here, Brian.
So tell us a little bit about what you are up against. Give us some context as to what location we're talking about and what has happened there in terms of short-term rentals.
Happy to. So I don't know how familiar you are with Park Township, Brian, but that's a town that's located in Holland, Michigan. So where Holland State Park is, that's Park Township. So it's like a little lakeshore community. And there's a bunch of short-term rentals here. There's been short-term rentals here for 100 years at least. But most recently, Park Township decided to ban short-term rentals here, like just a straight up ban, no exceptions, nothing like that. And so when this whole situation was unfolding, initially it seemed like they were going to create an ordinance and there'd be some regulations around it because at the time there was no regulations. And this all began in around 2021, 2022. So we started going to getting organized as short-term rental owners. I rallied the people who owned short-term rentals in the area, and we started to get together and try to come up with a collective plan to, if they're going to have an ordinance, at least let's, try to have some say in it, make sure that it's, protects both the property rights and also, the consumer who's coming to these rentals. We want to make sure people are safe, that sort of thing. So that's kind of where it began. But after some back and forth, the board decided to ban short-term rentals in Park Township. And now we've started a legal battle with those people that we got organized, created a non-for-profit and sued Park Township. And that lawsuit is currently pending.
Wow. So that sounds like it's going to be a very informative panel. And tell us what's your outlook in 2024? I mean, what's on the docket? What happens next with this situation you find yourself in?
So it's an exciting year for sure. We're going to be going to trial against the township probably in May. Right now we're doing the discovery process, which includes depositions and written documents, that sort of thing. We're in the middle of that with the township. We had a big win actually in December where the circuit court granted an injunction, a preliminary injunction, not a permanent one. So just one that's temporary until the trial happens. And so they said that we could continue renting our houses on a short-term basis until the trial happens. And while that was really significant is because to get one of those granted, the circuit court has to believe that you are more likely than not to win on the merits of the matter. So that puts us in a great position for trial.
How will this trial resonate across Michigan and across the country when it comes to other people who find themselves in a similar situation?
I think this could be a pretty good case or example for other owners, not only in Michigan, but across the country on how you can get organized and have a unified fight against these townships and cities that are regulating short-term rentals in a way that, infringes on property rights. It's our position that short-term rentals were allowed and that we should be grandfathered in as a non-conforming use, in this township's position that they were never allowed. There's a lot more to be discussed. I'm sure we'll get into it more on the panel, but this could be a pretty important one for not only Michigan, but the rest of the country as well.
What is the number one thing that you would recommend someone do if they find themselves in your situation?
I would say get organized and try just like grassroots outreach, try to get all the property owners together. And because there's significance in numbers and volume of people where you have like multiple people saying the same thing. We have 130 people organized together. That can go a long way. So we have a way better war chest because we have 130 people who can all contribute and pay an excellent lawyer. We have an amazing lawyer from Varnum on the file. So I think that is my number one tip to folks. Just get organized, get together, have a collective purpose, and that will help you set you up for success.
Great advice, strength in numbers. So Katie, the panel that you're going to be on, short-term rental regulations, will be Friday, February 23rd at 1:30 p.m. You don't want to miss this panel. Once again, you don't want to miss the 2024 Midwest Real Estate Investor Conference, which is being held next Thursday and Friday, February 22nd and 23rd, right here in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the DeVos Place Conference Center. And you can go to www.midwestreiconference.com to get your tickets and find out more. Thank you very much, Katie, for being here today.
Happy to be here.